Hello everyone, my name is Edward Shelley and I'm a taxi driver in Las Vegas. The reason why I'm making this video is I want to share what I know about the Las Vegas shootings. Now, I didn't work that night, but I was out on a strip that night. Luckily I went home before the bullets started to fly, but I did work that morning and I had several passengers in my cab that were telling me about what went on that night. Now, to prove that I'm a taxi driver in Las Vegas and I'm not bullshitting, here's my license. You see that blue mark there? That's hiding my cab company I work for, just so that I don't give them any undue press. But that's just to verify I am who I say I am. Now, on to what I experienced and what my customers experienced that night and in the early morning hours. I'm going to recall all four passengers that I had that day, 4 or 5. But I wrote down my my entire experience as best I could on Facebook several days after the event, because I was just still recuperating. But I just didn't know what to do. Now I didn't know what to say, who to go to, and now I'm even more leery of that, but I gotta say something so that more people know, so that we can put the pieces together. So that's on to one of my first rides of the day. One of my first rides was I picked up a gentleman and his family. It was a cab ride 4 from Sunrise Hospital. He had his arm in a sling. I believe he was shot in the shoulder. I can smell the blood on him. I know what blood smells like. When I was a child, I had blood noses all the time. I still get them every now and then. It's not as frequent as I used to have when I was a child, but I know what fresh blood smells like. I know what dry blood smells like. So, I mean, it was real blood. I was taking him back home, not back home, but back to the Mandalay Bay. It was closed, so I had to drop him off in the back of the Delano or Mandalay Bay West entrance area. So that's for several days. That's how it was. The front entrance was totally closed off to the taxis and most pedestrians. They did open it up later though. So get to this individual. Now, this is to verify that someone did get hit by bullets, to quell all those people who think there's all crisis actors, and that no one actually got hit by a bullet. People did get hit by a bullet. People did die. So I'm using this story as to verify that. Also, I know that every bump I took, every turn I made, that he shifted in his seat. He was grimacing and he was very uncomfortable. Now, that would be, well above and beyond any crisis actor to act out that much at every little increment of driving it or sitting in the cab. So to me, that, at that time I didn't know about crisis actors, right? But this is after effect. I'm just telling you. To me, at that time, it seemed legitimately that he was sincerely hurt and wounded. Him and his family members have been up all night, so when I got them back to the hotel, they were just happy to be there. They're happy to be done with the ordeal from the night before, and they're just happy to be back. And that's pretty much all the note that I can remember from that ride home, or from that ride back from that Sunrise Hospital. My next passenger of the day that I recall. Oh yeah, she was. I picked her up in the back of. Did I pick her at Luxor? Yeah, I think I picked her up at Luxor. Anyway, she was at the Michael Jackson 1 show, at the theater inside Mandalay Bay when the stuff was going down, and she had a real long story, and I try to make notes down of it, but there's bits and pieces I'm missing from this. I wish I had more detail, but she was very scared. She never had anything encountered like this in her life before. But I'll go from what I remember. They were in a theater, and something happened where there's a guy that had a gun. Now, I don't know if she didn't know who this guy with this gun. She said, everybody, have their hands up. They, told everyone to keep their hands up. Now, I don't know if this is a security guard, another shooter, or off-duty cop trying to, knowing what's going on. I mean, so so everyone was kind of scared, didn't know what was going on. She didn't hear any gunshots while inside there. There was no gunshots at all inside the theater, at least that she heard. But the doors, I don't know when the doors were locked, but they weren't allowed to leave. I think this is when after SWAT came in. SWAT eventually came in. There's like 5 of them, she said, 4 or 5 of them, and they told everyone to get down. And she was covered by a gentleman next to her, and they took care of the gentleman with the gun, supposedly. Now, whether that guy with the gun ended up to be the bad guy or just someone just trying to help out, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. That's what she told me, and that's all I remember. And so I'll leave it at that for just for story's sake. That's what I got for you. But she said it was a long night. She'd never been so scared in her life, and it was something that she doesn't want to experience again. My next passenger. She was from the Planet Hollywood. Okay, I picked her up at the Las Vegas Metro Police Department on Sierra Vista and Swenson. She was going back to the Planet Hollywood. She was reporting all of her items that were lost that night. Her phone, her passport, her money, her purse, and stuff like that. She lost that in the Planet Hollywood when there was mass panic. And she said she didn't hear a gunshot, but why there was mass panic was a whole bunch of people running. Then where she was, how deep in the casino floor where she was at, they started running. It's because someone said someone's got a gun out there and is shooting people. And everyone just went crazy. They start trampling over each other, and that's how she lost everything. That's why she was at the police station reporting that. And she didn't say much more than that, other than, but she said she didn't hear any gunshots from where she was at. It was just mass panic, so she said she could have missed that. But something did happen at the Planet Hollywood. My next passenger was a gentleman from Caesar's Palace. I was taken to Coutier's, the MMA mixed martial arts gym. He was going down to train, I guess, or whatever, to check it out. And he was telling me that he was here with his family. There was a birthday for one of his relatives or family members at Caesar's Palace, and they were staying there. And the night of the shootings down at Mandalay Bay, he said that he heard gunshots. I asked him, were you outside or inside? He's like, inside. So you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was inside, and then when the gunshots went off, everyone just kind of ran everywhere. I was like, the Mandalay Bay is like 2.5 miles away south of here. And it's like, there's no way you heard shots from inside the hotel being that far away. So if you're outside, you might hear it. I told him you might hear it, but there's no way you would hear it inside. And he agreed with me. And I was like, well, they had everything on lockdown and whatnot after a while, and just he didn't see the shooter or nothing, but he knows what gunshots are, and he knows what he heard, and everyone just started running, and luckily he didn't get in any more trouble. He said they just went back to the room. I'm trying to think here now. My next guest, my next passenger. There's my last one. The Belgian couple from the Luxor. They were in the lobby when the shots were going on, or when the firing was going on. But this is what they recollect. They didn't hear anything, but what they saw. This is what they saw. They saw people coming inside the lobby just from the outside. With gunshots, and then security guards said, everybody stay inside, there's gunshots being fired outside, no one goes outside or something like that. So they stayed inside, and they didn't dare to go outside. But for them, I asked them if they heard any shots. They said they didn't hear anything. At the time, maybe they just as an afterthought, maybe it was in between the shooting, the time of reloading or whatever. So but they said that was their experience of what they saw. So think that was it on the my passengers. Now, I just wanted to get this story out to as many people as I can. I mean, not everyone in the world has me on Facebook, so and I wanted to show what share what I know from my passengers. Again, like I said, I'm not doing this for fame or anything like this. I just want us to piece together the puzzle, and then and go from there. Because from what we're being told on the news, I mean, it's just something doesn't add up. Something's not right, and I think we all got pieces of the puzzle. The people who were there. I implore you that make videos, send uplink what you saw there. The people who've went back to their countries, back to other parts of the states. Please share what you know, and then also the people who work in Vegas with me. The hotel employees, the security guards, the taxi cab drivers, the limo drivers, the bus drivers. I mean, everybody share what you know. Now, I've heard that hotel employees are not allowed to even talk about this for. Supposedly it's in their contract. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, people lost their lives. They died. Is your job worth somebody's life? It's not. Please, I know it's your well-being, it's your life, it's your life work, but I mean, to tell the truth, just tell what you know, and so that we can figure this all out. Even the police officers. I know it's harder for you to do because you're under strict. But you guys, somebody come out and just tell what you know, so that we can piece all this together and figure out what's going on. And as to all that, there's a lot of stuff I've been researching. I wish I would have started researching right off the bat, but it took me about 4 days. That's on the 4th or 5th day. That's when I wrote my story. Because, like I said, I just didn't know. I mean, but I heard that there's a lot of videos up that were taken down, and that showed a lot of stuff there. And I wish people would have saved that so they could re-upload that. If you have any information like that, just re-upload to people. Just don't worry about your YouTube accounts. You can always make a new one or something. Just re-upload that stuff so that information be out, and share it with people so that we can demand the truth. And just that's all I really have. I mean, I got more insights I can talk about. I can more or less along speculations, but that kind of goes for a certain narrative. But I'll just say it. There's been shootings at other hotels in Las Vegas, like nightclub shootings and stuff like that, right? That's not uncommon, but it happens every once in a long while. And when that happens, all they do is shut down that hotel. They don't shut any other hotels on the Strip. They just shut down that hotel, that area, until that's all taken care of. Now, if there was one shooter, why do they have multiple hotels shut down? Why, they shut down a lot of hotels on the Strip. And that morning, they finally opened up most of the streets and the hotels, and by afternoon, you didn't know anything happened. But I'd say from Tropicana to Russell, everything between that, the day after, the next couple of days, all of that was still shut down. But why would other hotels be shut down if there wasn't possible other threats going on that night? Now, if you guys do your research, there's still stuff out there that can confirm the other threats, and from other people who's been at other hotels, police scanners, even some news reports, of officials saying that there was other things happening at other hotels. I'm lucky I've seen those. They're still out there, but a lot of stuff, like I said, has been taken down and being buried in the YouTube algorithms and the Google searches and stuff. So search that stuff out. I'm not lying. I'm not bullshitting you here. I'm trying to get the truth out, and just wanted to share this with you guys. And if you have any questions, comment below, and I'll answer the best I can. I won't lie to you. I'll tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I don't know. If I don't know it, I'll say, hey, I don't know. So just go out there and demand the truth, ask questions, and stay positive. Don't be fearful of the truth. Don't let fear grip you. Don't let someone hold this proverbial gun at your back, saying that you can't demand the truth because you're a conspiracy nut. That's not how it works. You ask questions to get to the truth, not to prevent the truth. So thank you again for watching my video, and this is not monetized. Just share it with everybody. I don't care who you share it with. Just make sure you share the full version. Don't try to piece my words together to make it look like something else. Just share what I share, and I'm good with that. So thank you for watching, and let's get to the bottom of this. Thank you.